Hi, I'm Stephen Bloom.
And I'm Jason Lockwood.
Together, we're Bloomwood Media. Today we'd like to share an exciting announcement. Bloomwood is going on the road. Well, actually, we're going around the world. And we're making video blogs along the way so you can follow our adventures.
It all started as an innocent conversation between Steve and me. We thought, wouldn't it be nice to spend the 2017 Christmas holidays with my family in Phoenix, Arizona? We hadn't been there for Christmas since 2011, and we hadn't visited my family in Phoenix since early 2013, and that wasn't a particularly happy occasion. That's when my dad passed away, a victim of ALS, sometimes referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease. Then Steve asked the fateful question, could we also go to New York City? He'd never been there, and the last time I went was at least 10 years ago. I said yes we could, but he had to realize it would be another week tacked onto the trip, and New York is a 5-hour flight from Phoenix. We're not wealthy, far from it, and so we had to be mindful of spending. A return trip from Sydney to Los Angeles, and then Phoenix and New York, would cost in the neighborhood of around $4,000 per person. And if Steve's youngest daughter, who lives with us full-time, was accompanying us, well, you can do the maths.
That's when the holiday planning began to take on a life of its own, complete with a series of what-if questions, and ending with a crazy notion that perhaps it would be more economical to book round-the-world tickets. Here in Australia, it's fairly common to see deals like this. You usually get a choice of 5 or 7 stops, and you can go in either direction, westward towards Europe or eastward towards the United States. After much discussion and some debate, we made the decision to do this thing.
We began our research both online and off. We scoured websites for flight deals and visited a travel agent. We started to get a picture for the cost, about $2,300 per person with 5 stops. Once we'd worked out where we wanted to go, it became easy to decide which stops we wanted.
We bought a 5-stop ticket with LAX as our first stop and independently bought internal tickets to get to Phoenix and New York. Fortunately, one-way tickets are pretty cheap, especially since we're travelling midweek and off-peak. We pick up the round-the-world ticket to London, and then we have to make our own way from London to Paris, but once again, it's fairly cheap to book on the Eurostar train line that goes under the famous Channel and connects London to Paris. From Paris, the rest of the trip is covered by the round-the-world tickets.
I bet you're wondering how long this monster of a holiday has become. What started as 2 weeks in Phoenix has now morphed into 7 weeks around the world. If you're American, you'll think this is all kinds of craziness. Who takes 7 weeks of vacation? Well, we are, and we see it as a fantastic opportunity to spend time with friends and family in multiple locales and take in sights we'd either never seen or hadn't in many years. It's also a great way to introduce Zoe, Steve's 17-year-old daughter, to a world of wonders.
We hope you'll follow us here as we make our way from Sydney to LA, LA to Phoenix, Phoenix to New York, New York to London, London to Paris, and Paris to Singapore, finally coming back home to Sydney. Please comment below or drop us a line at info@bloomwood.com.au. May the adventure begin!